Hello, welcome back. Another video is up. Today I want to talk about something a tad more serious than my last ones, and that is this kind of whole tradition, I guess I want to say, of religion and politics. Now, there's a few reasons I wanted to make this video. In fact, I almost made a video a few days ago, and I'm glad I didn't because there's, a few new things I want to talk about that has happened since then. Now, the reason I originally wanted to make this video is because I signed a petition a while back. I don't know if you know this, but the, White House has a thing online where you can like sign different petitions, and if you get enough signatures, you'll get your issue noticed or whatever. So I signed a petition to remove under God from the pledge and in God we trust from our currency, because I don't think that that is what our nation stands for, and I don't think that abides by the separation of church and state. And I I honestly, like, it sounds so cliche to say, but I honestly do feel excluded by those mottos or words. So I signed that. I didn't expect anything to come of it, but like, you have to get it out there. Like, you can't just be like, oh well, nothing's ever gonna change, nothing's ever gonna happen. So I signed it, and I got an email a few days ago from Josh Dubois, and basically it was a load of bullshit. Is really what it was. It was very, overly politically correct. Well, Obama, he supports people's right to not have a religion because, oh, he mentioned non-believers once. Okay, well, yeah, that doesn't count. That's not a cure-all to, oh, we feel so included now. It's okay. But and basically saying that this is a tradition, and it honors the role of religion in our nation's past and in our, I guess, in our society. And I just, like I said, I think it's bullshit. I think it is the easy answer because, of course, religion is the religious majority in this nation, and you don't want to piss off the majority, because honestly, am I not going to vote for Obama because he won't remove "In God We Trust" from our currency? No. I'm not saying that I'm going to vote for him. I didn't last time, but but like, that's not going to be a make or break thing, because like, really, well, obviously the Republicans aren't going to do it. So they're safe in their stance, and they don't have to take a risky stance, and they won't, because it's politics, and people want to get reelected. And that's really frustrating to me, because it's not, no one is saying that religion, we should ignore the fact that religion exists, or ignore that people in our nation are religious, or ignore the fact that, you know, like, I don't, it doesn't make sense to me that people think that by removing something like this, the under God from the pledge, or in God we trust from the currency, that we're somehow denying people's right to a religion, or trying to deny religious tradition, which no one's trying to do that. But that's not what this nation is. We are not a nation under God. We are, in fact, specifically, clearly, not a nation under God. We are a nation under our fucking government that we voted for, that specifically said freedom of religion for all, and freedom from religion. Freedom from religion is important too. And I feel like people think that the absence of a religious statement is the same as a non religious statement, which is not in any way the case. It's not like anybody wants to put on our currency, screw God, what's that guy ever done for us? Or, like, I mean, no one wants to do that. Like, I don't understand. We're just saying, hey, maybe let's not exclude, up to 20% of the people in this nation who maybe don't believe in a God. Like, is that difficult of a concept? And this, furthermore, this bullshit about it being so traditional, these things were added additionally in the 50s. Like, this isn't, the founding fathers didn't, print dollar bills that said God we trust on it. Like, you know? And so, what this ties into is, you've probably heard about the recent vote in the House to reaffirm the national motto as "In God We Trust," because some people, Obama, mistakenly thought it was "E pluribus unum." Because, why on earth would you want a Latin motto that means "from the many one, from the many united"? Okay, I don't know what "E pluribus unum" actually means in English, but I know the sentiment, right? And I think it's a good one. But no. we'd want to correct any misconceptions that people might have. We definitely have a religious motto for our nation, despite the fact that we like to claim that we are freedom of religion and freedom from religion and separation of church and state. So this vote, more bullshit. It's ridiculous. One, I'm pretty sure the House has more important things to be focusing on. Hello, and isn't this the exact shit that the Republicans are like? We're trying to stop this frivolous use of like the House time, like, and then they introduced this bill. Like, no one was even trying to change. I mean, some people are trying to change it, but no one in Congress was. There was not another bill to remove it. Like, it was like, hey, we want to reaffirm this motto because we want to basically give a big fucking middle finger to anyone in this nation who doesn't think that they should trust in God. I don't trust in God. That is a nonsensical fucking statement to me, and I am just as American as anybody else. And I honestly do feel excluded, and I hate it. Like, I hate feeling like that. And I shouldn't have to feel like that. No one should have to feel like that, all right? And I feel like, can you just imagine if we had in Allah we trust on our money? Like how people would freak the fuck out. But no, 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 because it says God, it's okay, even though people don't believe in God too. Like, it just makes me so angry. And like, only 9 people voted against this bill. That is so fucking sad. I applaud those 9 people. I really, really do. I will be contacting my representative about why he voted for such a bullshit fucking thing. It just makes me angry. People just think they can stay tradition and that gets them a free pass to do whatever the fuck they want. That's bullshit. So then the very last thing I want to talk about related to this is just a little pet peeve of mine. Obviously, I'm in the Navy, and I have taken oath of office when I got promoted. I got promoted in May. Big Lieutenant Junior grade up in here. I'm just kidding. Anyway, and I had to, re-swear my oath. And I have no problem with that, I do support and defend the Constitution. But at the end of the oath, like most oaths that you take, in government service, the administrator can say, "So help me God," and you can say, you don't have to say that. It is not a required part of the oath because they can't make you say it. So it was a little awkward because they like did it for like 6 people at a time, and I was obviously the only one who didn't say that. But no one made a big deal about it, and it was fine. That's the way it should be. But when I came to doing my paperwork, I also have to sign the oath, and that statement, "So help me God," is written right on the oath that I had to sign, and I didn't know and didn't feel comfortable if I was able to like cross that off and sign it and still like I didn't want to mess with it, so I just signed it. But it made me really angry because again, it made me feel like I don't matter and what I think doesn't matter and I should just accept that our nation is religious. But our nation is not religious. We specifically don't want a religious nation, and people who think that they do only want it because they think their religion is going to come out on top. And I guarantee they would not be singing the same tune if someone else's religion was going to come up on top. So it just bothers me the little ways in which people think they can relegate people to secondary status or try and imply that people who don't believe in God are not as American or is not as worthy of being American and that we should just shut the fuck up and accept the fact that most of them are religious. There's so many cases, I mean, if you look into it, of schools who break this all the time, and then people get so mad, they get so up in arms when the schools who are doing something illegal have to stop. And people are like, "Oh, this is just one person getting offended, and that shouldn't blah blah blah, the rest of us." Okay, you know what? I don't want to get into it anymore because I'm just going to get even more angry. But guess what, people? Just because we live in a democracy doesn't mean the majority gets to do whatever the fuck they want. We have laws, and you have to abide by these laws. And I personally think that right now, we as a nation are not abiding by these laws with our stupid "In God We Trust" slogan and our motto, and our stupid "Under God" and our pledge, and our stupid "So help me God" and our oaths, and many other instances like that. So, I guess that's mostly what I had to say about that. So, tune in again. I'll have some more videos up soon. I'm working on a pretty good one. And follow me on Twitter, Nora_Ann with an E. Or whatever. Subscribe, like, comment. Tell me anything you want. Even if you, again, want to say I'm going to hell. That's cool. Cheers. I care about all of my viewers. Alright, have a good night.